Hello, everyone. I see some people laughing. That's a good sign. Maybe you recognize something. My t-shirt. So I'm happy to be here. We want to speak today about digital acceleration. So the wording is subtle because we are all doing digital transformation. So let's accelerate, right? Some of you has presented very nice things today. So they will find some words you use. So it's good. It relieved me actually. I was a bit stressed, but now I'm relieved because we use the same word, even the wording. So just to make a small introduction of what we're going to go through. So if I miss anything at the end of the presentation, you remind me that I did miss. We will speak about Paginov Tetris, obviously, Tetris. We want to speak about what we call at Accesa, which is our framework, the Virtuous triangle. See, it is somehow back to triangles. We will go deeper in this virtual triangle and speak specifically how it was implemented with 3 different industries so far. So how is it going? Green, yellow, red. So we'll be honest on that. And we'll end up with the key takeaway just before the pinnacle of the day, of course, which is the cocktail reception. Okay, nobody's competing with that. I understood. Okay, one thing that's not easy, it's enterprise agility, right? We kind of all good with team agility. This is easy. So what we define enterprise agility to be? We want to give it some tangible aspect, like we are tangible today with team agility. We want also to be tangible. We want to try and to fail and to learn, but we want to give it a framework for this enterprise agility. And we want to learn, again, we want to learn from Tetris. Okay, let's start with Tetris. We want to play it. What is about Paginov Tetris? Alexei Paginov ultimate purpose back in the 80s was to bring happiness. It was tough times in the 80s in his country, and really he was genuine in his wish to bring happiness. The moment in his job he was awarded a personal computer, which was 9 years old technology, but still it was a personal computer and not a mainframe. He spent hours trying to brainstorm what game he can do. So he recalled a puzzle wooden game with limited space to put in shapes, and he, after 6 days, managed to reproduce it. And he called it genetic engineering. It's a bit uncertain why he called it like this, but what was certain is that indeed he enjoyed playing it, but it was for a short time. So the first time, the second time he did it, he knew. So the happiness he was looking for was not sustainable. So he wanted something else. Few days later, and only few days later, it's important, he came up with a rectangle open top with bricks falling down at a certain speed. Obviously, there were much more intensity in the game. So he did better in this happiness. However, it was closing up quickly enough for him to stop. He tried it often, but then he stopped playing it. So the value was sustainable, but still not enough. Which brings us to his third version, again, only a few days later. It's important, the time span. The Tetris we know. What was literally the game changer for the Tetris we know is the fact that the completed line disappears. This was the value he was looking for. With this, again, literally game changer, he succeeded in his sustainable happiness. And if I'm not wrong, up till today, it's maybe the 7th or the 8th most sold game of all time. Yeah, here we go. And it is a drug also for Paginov because he was playing during office hours. And he pretended he was decoding because he didn't have so much color, so he was believed. But then his colleagues started playing and then he couldn't hide it longer. So Now that we're back into memory of what is Tetris, how to win Tetris? How are we world champion in Tetris? We literally build in Tetris, right? We build, we instinctively, without anyone teaches us, we measure. What do we measure? We measure what's upcoming, our next brick, our level, how fast, our gap that we need to fill. We quickly want to learn, and we go build again. If we want to be a good Tetris player, we build, we measure, we learn quickly. This is obviously Eric Rice's lean startup principle, but it's lovely in here. It's lovely because we're really building. And to be a good world champion in Tetris, obviously we're doing the build, measure, learn better than anyone else. Now, is it enough? Well, we will end up still losing. We can beat our own record, we can beat our colleagues' record, but we build, measure, learn fast. However, we will end up losing. So we find ourselves in this situation. He's our savior. We will make it. But then something goes wrong and we're not there yet. And things it's like we're building on failure. Because if we build, measure, learn, we're game over soon. We can enjoy it, it's addictive, but how about doing more? How about accelerating this build, measure, learn? So, the next slide, I promise we're like 50 people in here. We don't want to show it to Alexei Pajinov, right? Because I'm hacking his game. So, let's do a what-if scenario. What if the learning of my value, out of my OKR scoring, key results, out of my gaps, my work in progress, what if it helps me not only influence the brick that I am putting in position, in rotation, but also the roadmap, what's coming next. So my learning now is more powerful because I want to reorder the roadmap. So maybe I have 4 hands, but I want to reorder the roadmap. Would we expect a better result if I am able to change the position and the rotation of the work in progress and I am able to reorder the roadmap? But I'm not done yet with my hacking. Imagine I can pause the game and I can simulate which roadmap will give me better value. What is the result, in your opinion? I'm building, measuring, learning, not only on the falling brick, but also on my roadmap. And I was curious enough, I heard the question that came to you, Oliver, asking you about your priority. I was curious about the answer, but I could not be curious more to know the answer. But right, you asked this question about priority, what's upcoming. So obviously, we want to be able to influence with our learning, so work in progress, and the roadmap. Moreover, I want to simulate what if I have this roadmap, what would be the impact of my value or my objective key result? What would be the impact? So what will happen is simply I will be beating the game. I will be achieving sustainable, timely, and incremental delivery of value. And I've heard this term many times today. Arunas, you said it, incremental delivery of value. Aurelia too, it's wonderful. And this is what we all want. Okay, enough Tetris. You started downloading Tetris, I see. I can see. So what is effective agile enterprise? We spoke about agile enterprise. Now I'm adding this hard term, which is effective. We are very attached. We can change, but for now we are attached to a definition inspired from Tetris at Accesa concerning effective agile enterprise. We want to have the ability to update the roadmap with changing priorities and in line with our objectives. This is simple. We want to have this capacity. However, we want to take real-time capacities, almost real-time capacities, and real interdependencies. So, update the roadmap, still take into account real-time information, and keep on delivering incremental value and learn. So this is the best of what we achieved so far in terms of concept and application. We'll see the application, of course, concerning effective agile enterprise. So the next question, much expected, is the how. Well, the framework that we are using and we used and we are enhancing every day, every week, let me say, has the same ultimate purpose than Paginov, happiness. Bit more detail in here. We want to be happy as doers. We want to be happy as end users, whether internal customers or external customers. We want to be happy as stockholder, maybe making money. And we want to be happy, last but not least, concerning our environmental sustainability. So all those business value is still happiness, still like Paginov's Tetris. This is what Vital 123 wants, but what all of us we want, I believe. Maybe not money, but the rest I'm sure. So how? The value stream transformation, we understood that you have 5 value stream. I was a good listener. Value stream transformation, according to value Vital 123, let's have some kind of overall concept. It's around this virtuous triangle that starts with a mindset. Not any mindset, the growth mindset. Growth mindset is contrary to the fixed mindset, is a concept, is good. Carol Dweck, psychologist. So if we retain from this growth mindset one element that we all mentioned it in our presentation, which is feedback. Feedback is a value per se. Fine, we go training, we go awareness session, we know what it is. It's fine, we're happy, team building, we have a cocktail at the end of the day. But what is the difference? Well, I want this mindset to be in the process. It's not optional. It's not like he's nice, he has a growth mindset. No, it has to be in my lean agile framework. How do I make it appear naturally in my practice? Small is beautiful is very good, right? We want to have estimate on small chunks. We want to slice. You sliced in pizza and baguette. We want to slice to be able to do incremental delivery of value. And we want to put, like Paginov Tetris, first thing first. We want to have this ability. Fine, we want to do it while learning. By practice, not because we have good intention. Good intentions are not enough. So we want to build it in the process. Integrate in the process and power it up with the right adapted tool. So we have Vital 1, 2, 3. Our virtuous triangle is about the mindset, integrated in the process, powered up by the tool. Unfortunately, one of the 3 is not enough. And unfortunately, the order is important. That's why 1 is the mindset, 2 is the agile lean process, and 3 is the tooling. So this is a virtuous triangle. It can be slowed down. The more the 3 are present, the more we are improving in a virtuous manner. Okay, this is concept again. Let's have a sneak peek. What does it mean inside the process? So challenge me each time I say now about my 1, 2, 3, right? Mindset, process, tool. Vital is not a simple acronym. It's about value, collective intelligence, transparency, agility, and lean. This is where Vital comes from. Okay, so a key element of the process is the ceremony, the collective intelligence. So the process is about collective intelligence. Where do we start? We start with the biggest chunk. We don't call it issue, like issue type or ticket. No. We have to call it brick. This brick is an initiative. We don't care about the naming, but it's important to have a sense what does it mean. If I am a brick and mortar distributor and I decide to have a marketplace, I am having an initiative. Should I go and estimate it? Well, no. I want to pitch if it's in line with my strategy. So pitching is a ceremony, collective intelligence. In line with my strategy, I need to learn. I cannot decide if I'm not learning. So the mindset of learning is where we start our initiative. How can I learn powered up by a tool in real time showing me the data relevant to my pitch in initiative? So I am in line or not, or how much I am in line with my strategy to stop it or keep it on. So I did my 1, 2, 3, right? Then I go for an increment, minimum valuable increment. Some like to call it MVP, some other minimum releasable product, minimum marketable product, whatever constitute a minimum valuable increment for me, MVI. This is a child of the initiative, one or more. Now I have bit more details. Now I am able to prioritize with respect to business value and complexity. Doing this prioritization will start with review and learn. So the feedback is important. How do I give the feedback? By the tool powering up, telling me which initiative, which MVI is in progress, is done, to which benefit. If I'm not powered, I will not be able to use the growth mindset in this ceremony. So I want to push first thing first, thanks to this second ceremony. And the third ceremony, probably the most important for our effective agile enterprise, is I want to update my roadmap. Updating my roadmap is not anymore on the MVI level. It's the level of the brick that we call feature. Name it epic, name it whatever we want. However, it's a child of the MVI. We cannot be precise on the MVI level. A feature level, which is still not the story level, right? The feature level is the right size for updating my roadmap. However, I want to do my update using review and learn from my tooling. So I want to know exactly like I hacked the Tetris. What is the real capacity now of the team that I'm adding this feature on my feature team? What is the progress? What is the expected benefits? And I want to update my roadmap based on that. I cannot do this exercise without being powered by the right tool. And of course, the fourth bunch of ceremonies is what we often do at team level, Scrum, Kanban, Scrumban, or at scaled agile like PI planning and other. So these are 4 ceremonies, 4 different bricks, where for each we do a 1, 2, 3 mindset, process, tooling. And it's a virtuous. They are interdependent. It's very hard, and we see how to go one without the other, or to start not with the growth mindset. Let's go to client story, the juicy part. First, let's speak about a major player in distribution, in retail, not Metro, not the wholesaler. So the initial business need for that consultancy was to bring transparency and visibility. Did we succeed? Did we not? Let's start by the good news. Actually, the real benefit out of it is that we had real small is beautiful practice. So slicing was more and more done in order to have better estimate, better incremental delivery of value. So this was the real benefit achieved. For the other, we're not there, of course, yet. We're not there yet because we are learning and enhancement. So if I look from the perspective of this magic triangle, and I see, okay, what went well and not so well? Well, the red is when it's not go. So one, the growth mindset, we have limited organizational growth mindset. So legacy was very heavy on the mindset, for a fixed mindset at the opposite of growth mindset. This is an observation. On the process itself, it worked well hunting the waste. That's for sure. On the tooling, we were red because we had no tooling. So we could not do our Virtuous triangle yet, right? Don't forget the yet, because we'll get there. So we were red on mindset, red on tooling, and rather green on the process. Another example, maybe a bit more mature. In a financial institution, the real initial business need was faster time to market. Maybe most of us would like it. Real benefit, two. First, for that specific pilot, and I'm not pretending more, really, so specific pilot, less than 100 people in the tribe, we brought down time to market with this transformation from 18 months to 6 weeks, and it's an achievement. It became a showcase, and therefore the second benefit was related to the showcase effect or pollination effect, where everyone wanted to copy. So these were the two benefits, really, quick wins. So let's audit it with perspective of the Vital 1, 2, 3 triangle. In that use case, well, I would say on the 100 people of the tribe, growth mindset was implemented, was transformed. We did a good job. However, because of legacy, typically legacy software, we have interdependencies with other part of the organization. Say we're not transformed yet. So that's why it's not green, it's yellow, the growth mindset. The second part, which is the process, here again, it worked well. It worked well because the build, measure, learn loop of Eric Rice was really done from end to end, from the idea to the story. So we were having this loop, feedback loop in place. The third, I was tempted to put it in green. However, it achieved. We did great work in tooling because we managed to power those ceremonies due tooling. However, the problem of the tooling we used is it was not scalable really for the 7,000 or 8,000 people in the organization. It was too heavy to scale up, but it achieved what we wanted. So see, we're a bit better in our 1, 2, 3 story on this example. The best example for last, of course, is a technology provider. 1,200 people, it makes things easier. And if it's us, it's even better. So our major outcome was a value-driven resource usage optimization and alignment. Basically, the growth mindset was native at Accesa. So you maybe have guessed, I'm speaking about our own company, which is Accesa. It was native. So it was an easy ground to start the growth mindset. The second part is something very powerful that was cited again by Oliver. You stole my presentation. Was a value stream. Value stream helped us having this perimeter done. So we can evolve or improve through a value stream, not through a department or organizational unit or existing. And it brought quickly alignment because we are producing a certain value, like for example, order to cash or some other you cited. We got 7 in our case, but maybe we'll reduce it. And the third, and the most important fact, is that we use an integrated tool, which is Vital 1.02. With this, we didn't have the heaviness of customizing an existing software because the tool was adapted to the 1 and 2. So these are our client story concerning our application with 1 and 2 and 3. However, remember when you see red, it's because we're not there yet. The yet is a keyword for today. It's important. I should add it to our key takeaway, but remember, it's a yet, not yet. Okay, this introduced me the mandatory slide about our company, which is Accesa. In this mandatory slide, we'd like to introduce to you that we build softwares, we are good in managed services, we are starting up consultancy, typically our Vital consultancy. We are based in Romania with 3 offices in Romania, and we have an office in Munich, and our most of our customers are in Germany. So our key takeaways. Am I good in time? Key takeaways. First, we love Tetris. You didn't need this needed me to tell you, but it's a good reminder. Second, we love build, measure, learn. Okay, so for this also you didn't need anything from me. Now, effective agile enterprise is about hacking Tetris. We accelerate build, measure, learn. This is how we're hacking Tetris. So build, measure is a wonderful concept. We want to accelerate it. How? With our Vital 123. We want to make enterprise agile with Vital 123. It will be ever evolving, the Vital 123, I'm sure. It is about the growth mindset evolving, its integration seamlessly with the process evolving, enhancing, and the powering up of the tool. It's a virtuous triangle. It will be ever going, and we strongly believe in it. Thank you.